Hey there! So, you are about to do the 21-day ultimate reset. So, I did this last year with a big group of folks and my husband, and I wanted to be able to tell you guys a little bit of things that I took away that will hopefully make this a lot easier for you guys. And that's really what this whole group's about, making it easier for you because it's going to be a program that unlike you've ever done before. I don't know if you've ever done a cleanse before. I had not, so I did not know what to expect coming in. So here are some tips for you guys to help you get started. Number one, you are going to be drinking a ton of water, and not just regular water out of your faucet or your filter. You have to drink distilled water. Why? Because any other water typically has other minerals and things in it that we're trying to detox our body from. So with distilled water, it does not have any of that. And then we're going to go ahead and add what we call mineralize that comes with the kit. And you can add a quarter teaspoon to that to a gallon. So you don't have to worry about putting it in every single glass that you have. I would recommend getting 1 gallon per person of whoever's doing this per day. You may not drink a gallon, but you're going to also be cooking with it. And if you're drinking Shakeology, here's another tip. You're gonna wanna get ice cube trays to make ice out of the distilled water because you can't use just regular ice out of your freezer. If you don't want to get ice cube trays because you're not going to use them in the future, use little Tupperware containers that you already have. And if you guys have 21-day fixed containers, those work perfectly. So that's my tip on water. Again, also what a really good tip is, you're going to be drinking a full glass in the morning to get your metabolism booted up, and you're going to be taking one of the supplements with it. So you could just keep the glass of water by your bedside table and drink it before you even get out of bed. So because you have to wait 30 minutes with that first supplement before you can eat. Second, and this is something you guys might want to start now, start weaning yourself off the caffeine. If you have coffee more than once a day, I highly recommend bringing it down to maybe a cup and a half, and then a cup, and then maybe a half a cup, maybe getting some decaf and mixing it in with your caffeinated coffee. And then that way it's going to be less of a shock to your body when you start this program in the coming days. Number 3, we are going to prep meals. I know that this is what was the hardest thing for us, was really making sure we had meals ready instead of needing to do it when we started getting hungry, because you're going to be on a very tight schedule of what you have to eat along with the supplements. So I recommend getting your booklet. Speaking of, here it is, and going through and making sure that you have everything already ready. And that leaves me to number 4. All of the meals in here, you do not have to have every single one that they tell you to have. There are some people who do not like tempeh, which is in the first week. Some people don't like oatmeal. I don't know. There are 3 different phases within this 3-week cleanse. Each phase has different meals that are included. Our first phase, you're going to be starting to wean off of animal protein. So within the first week, the first 3 days, you have some animal protein, and then after that, there's none. You're out. No more. So go straight to a vegan program. But what I wanted to say is that you can switch back and forth your meals within the week. So don't go forward to a week and pick out a meal from there and redo for week 1. So, or vice versa. So speaking about, let's see, I'll give you an example. So week 1, you have day 6 is tempeh with some avocado. If you don't like tempeh, which is fermented soybeans. I know it sounds yummy. I actually prefer it. Some people don't. You could have maybe oatmeal instead with walnuts and apples more than once a day. So day 5, you have that. Maybe day 6, you make a double supply of that, and you can have that instead of the tempeh. So just make sure you're having the same meals of the week, if that makes sense. And then also making sure, so step 5, along with the meals, making sure you're doubling. So if you know you're going to have oatmeal more than once during that week, look ahead of the week. I prep for the week. look ahead, and if you have oatmeal more than once that week, go ahead and make it ahead of time so you don't have to worry about it later. Soups. Soups, we're going to have a lot of miso soup throughout the 3 weeks, so you can make miso soup and put it in the freezer and heat it back up. Salads, you can cut them all up with the first week, and I mean, we're going to be eating a lot of salads too, and if you don't like salads, sorry, you're just going to have to get past it, because that is one thing I highly suggest not getting rid of. And maybe you can just chop them up really fine, or do what you got to do, but it's mindset, just get past it. You're going to be eating a lot of salads. So making sure your brown rice in the beginning of the couple weeks, make sure you're doubling up on those things. That way you don't have to go back and recook all of those. Number 6. All right, so attitude is everything with this. If you come in with this with the mindset that you're going to do amazing, you're going to rock your world on it, you're going to have a great experience. If you come in and you're hesitant and a little bit unsure and unhappy about what's happening, it's going to show through, right? So this is a cleanse. We are cleansing our body of a lot of things. Toxins from the air, toxins from our food, toxins from how we've just been, right? You're going to go through a lot of changes through the weeks, and that is why you have this group to support you, because we've been there and we're going to go through it again. So we hope that bringing a positive attitude is really going to help you carry forward through this. And I promise you guys, you're going to feel amazing at the end, amazing through it. And just, you're going to have a mindset shift of how you treat your body with your food. It's so amazing. All right, 7. For all of you folks out there who are not doing this with all of your family, and if you have kids or any of that, you're going to want to pre-cook their meals, or maybe set yourself up with some crock pot meals, or make sure that they go out to dinner without you. You do not want those foods around that are going to tempt you. Try to cook stuff that you're used to having and you know that you're not going to be tempted by. So again, crock pot meals, stuff that you know, even make larger salads for them with yours. There's a lot of meals in here. I mean, I would eat every single one of these meals on a regular day. So maybe not everybody would, but at least have them trying it or cooking. Like there's one that's a Southwest taco. It's so good. I think everybody would enjoy that. So as long as you kind of prep ahead for your family, you shouldn't be as tempted as what you would be if you weren't ready. All right, number 8. The best thing probably what to do is to get a little bit of supplies to help you. If you don't have enough containers, get out some containers or go purchase some containers to prep with. But a slicer or a food chopper is going to save your life. You're going to be chopping a lot of food, so get a mandolin or get a slicer, or when you go to the store, purchase already chopped up items. Now, having said that, also, when you're going to the store and you're purchasing fruits and vegetables, you're going to want to try your hardest to make sure that they are organic, because again, we are detoxing our bodies from the pesticides that are typically on our foods, so which our bodies should be able to mostly get rid of, but we want to make sure that we are really digging in and letting our bodies heal ourselves and detox without having anything extra it has to fight against, right? Number 9. So as some of my girls in the group and guys as well, there is this thing called Power Greens that you're going to be drinking along with your meals, with some of the meals. It's not the best tasting. I personally don't mind it, but I'm crazy, so it's okay. Some people think it tastes like grass, and it probably does. So I would recommend, and what the girls were saying is just getting a little shot glass, the least amount of water. If you've done tequila, you can do Power Greens. Put it in a water, shoot it, slice a lime afterwards, or chase it with some distilled water. Just get it in because it's amazing for you. It's full of spirulina, chlorella, I think that's how you say that, spinach, kale. It's all these greens that are just going to help clear your body and really just do amazing things for your body. But also, if you guys just can't get past that, you might want to look in getting those pills that you can, capsules that you can put it into. So I'm not sure of the ounces that are in the packet, but I can get that information if you want, or you could probably find it online, and then you could just put them in there and take it just like that. So that might be even easier. And then number 10, I would love if you were doing it with somebody else. I mean, when I did it with my husband, it was so much easier because he was doing the food with me. I was able to kind of talk to him about what was happening. But if you don't have anybody to do it with, that's why we're here. That's why we're running this group. We want you guys to feel supported. We want a place for you guys to be able to come in and just say, this is what's happening, because there's going to be some changes in your body that you're going to be talking about. And I will let you know that, yes, there's a couple that we'll be talking about in the group. But, you know, symptoms or ways to make things or ways not to make things, that is what this group's about, to really just share with each other our experiences and just go through this together. So I hope that that helps a little bit. I know this was a little bit long, but I wanted to be able to go over everything. I know not everybody's going to read the pamphlet, so I wanted to give you a place to listen, and maybe you're just, you know, doing whatever, but just listening about some tips that will make this better. Okay, I hope this helps, guys, and I will see you in the group. Bye now.